So now we know what net zero really stands for. Zero chance of a fair wage for honest work. Zero chance of young people owning a home. Zero chance of keeping your fridge stocked. Zero chance of keeping your home warm. Zero chance of rejecting eco-slavery at the ballot box. Zero chance of preventing our globalist overlords from limiting our freedom of movement by instigating an odious social credit system. £0 in your bank account after you've paid all your green taxes. Because we don't need fossil fuels, do we? We just need to give our governments every penny we earn, and they're going to make the whole world magically run on windmills and batteries. The autocratic nature of global COVID restrictions were a wonderful barometer of the overwhelming extent to which a populace can be controlled, how easily people can be made to submit to pharma fascism through the clever use of poisonous propaganda. If the creepy corporate globalists who've rigged our democratic processes managed to get us all to consent to being locked down for months on end and injected with mystery crap by scaremongering about a pandemic through the mainstream media which they own, imagine how easy it's going to be for them to lock us all down in the name of saving the planet. Imagine how easy it's going to be for them to microchip us all if they can convince us it's the only way to avoid the world melting and humanity being wiped out. And if there's any dissent, we can always freeze people's bank accounts, ban them from social media and video streaming websites, arrest them for hate speech, shove them in prison. There are so many ways of breaking people who won't submit to the disingenuous climate agenda. First, under Labour and Gordon Brown, the UK irrevocably committed itself to net zero, and under the Tories, we've been dragged deeper into this nonsense. The consequence is a country with no capacity for self-reliance and self-determination. We make nothing. We import everything from elsewhere, including, catastrophically, our energy. And so every decent, hard-working person in this country can be plunged into fuel poverty because of a war in Ukraine that has absolutely nothing to do with us. If the doomsday prophets are correct and we're killing the planet with our carbon emissions, then the most sensible reaction is not to abandon fossil fuels, but to focus on localism, to support local production and consumption of goods and local control of government. Nobody in this country needs to be eating food that was farmed on another continent. Nobody in this country needs to be wearing clothes that were made in Bangladesh or the Philippines. But that reality doesn't suit the global corporate interests that control every government in the West. Far better to sell us fairy tales about solar and wind power in the name of preserving their monstrous industrial monoliths and increasing their repugnant personal wealth, whilst most of the world is plunged into slavery and impoverishment. Because like every other scaremongering crisis, the so-called climate crisis is purely about obscenely wealthy psychopaths scamming us all out of more money, emptying our bank accounts into their own as the foundations of our civilization crumble. Please do like and subscribe and support my comedy by clicking the links below this video.